So in this one, we're going to change the top navigation to be a sidebar navigation. And the way we're going to do that, jump into Komodo Edit. We're actually going to do it in our base file here. Under body content, we're going to make a new row. So do div class row. And we're going to put that right above that HR. And then we're going to do another div class of column LG2 and then column 12. So that column 12 there is going to be a full column when it's being responsive. So, and then the next one we'll do div class column LG10 and then column 12. Again, it's going to be full width basically. Okay, so now we want to add a UL class here. So this is going to be our list, or excuse me, UL, not class, but UL. And then we'll put a class of nav and then nav pills and then nav stacked. Okay, so then we'll do li, and it's going to be href equals to that, and then we'll do home. We can even put a span in here. Span class, we'll do badge and poll right, and we'll put 8. You will see what that does shortly. So we'll copy this, paste it a couple times, maybe get rid of that span, change that to profile, get rid of this, change it to maybe messages. Actually, it might be good to have that, and then change that to messages. And let's just put like 18, save it, go back into Chrome, do a refresh. Cool, so now we have this sidebar navigation and we have our profile on the side. So if we go to any page, we see that that sidebar navigation's there, which is kind of cool. So now we can actually edit this page to look a little bit nicer. So go into single user. So in our address, we're actually going to take out the UL item here as well as the LI. We can change that shortly. So we'll do div class equals panel. And we're going to put that there. And then we'll do div class equals panel heading. And we'll call that addresses, just like that. And we can copy this same process for down here. And we can say jobs, or better yet, recent jobs. And we might actually want to put recent jobs above addresses. Oops, not above the column, right there. Okay, so let's go back, do a quick refresh. Cool, so recent jobs and addresses, that's not too bad. I mean, we could even do it over here, but maybe that would be a little overkill. So instead, why don't we do, we'll do an H1 tag, refresh. Alright, so let's try single user dot first name, and let's see if that user has a first name in here, and it doesn't, or I don't, I guess. Refresh. Okay, cool. So what we'll do here then is if request.user, oh no, not even that, if single user.firstName, so if that exists, show the first name, else show their username. Spell else correctly. Refresh. Okay, so there's Justin, and maybe above here we could even put like info just to make it nice and symmetrical. And if we do a responsive deal. There we go. Looks pretty cool. And as you notice, see how big that is? It's nice and big, which works out pretty good. And that takes over the full length, as you see, where the other ones do not. They are responsive still, but then they take over the length, but they are actually underneath this row because they're not on the same row, because we declare a new row here, whereas here we're declaring a row. So that's not too bad. It's a pretty good start as far as a profile goes. So if we go back home and we look at that, all right, James Bond has no info, poor guy. And yeah, there we go. So in the next one we will clean this up a little bit. Of course the picture doesn't have to be that big, but I think it looks kind of clean, and it's nice to like just jump right into who this person is and then see a little bit about their info. I think that's pretty much what all you'll need to know about somebody, with the exception of we want to have somewhere in here of how they match to you and maybe your team. Okay, see you next time.